Oh, hello there. You took me doing a spot of, you know, light reading. Anyway, old chap, welcome back to Does Oshin Truly Like All of His DVDs? Today we'll be doing B. B stands for, before you watch the rest of this, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Oh, anyway, on to the, you know, DVDs. Yes, welcome back. As my old chap just said, today we're doing the Bs in my incredibly broken chair, which I think is quite convenient. Seeing as broken also starts with a B. First up on today's selection is the Bad Education series. Now, I don't think I have all of these, as I think there's a series 3, but I do have 1, 2, and the movie. I think 1 and 2 are quite right. I'm not a huge fan of Jack Whitehall though. I think he thinks he's funnier than he maybe actually is. I think the movie is quite funny. It's nothing amazing though, and it sort of rewrites the ending of the TV show, which I don't like when movies do that. Like, if there's a movie after a TV show, I don't like when they rewrite the ending, because I think the ending for the TV show felt very heartfelt, whereas the end of this was just, it was still heartfelt but different, and I didn't enjoy the ending to the movie as I enjoyed the ending to the show. For this episode, I'd like to say I'll be skipping the ones I haven't seen, just to make time quicker. So I'm skipping Bates Motel, because I haven't seen it. On to Bruno. Bruno is another Sacha Baron Cohen film, and if you watched last week, you'll know that I thoroughly enjoy everything Sacha Baron Cohen does. I think this is another great piece of art. Does this actually have Bruno? Yes, it does. I think this is another great piece of art. I think Sacha Baron Cohen is hilarious. The ending scene of this, where they're fighting around like the rednecks, I think is great. It's just such a great way to show the homophobia we have in today's society. I'm the Joker. We live in a society, baby.
Well, I'm the Joker, baby.
I think it's hilarious. And the scene with Bruno, I'm not sure if it's in this or if it's in one of his TV shows, with Bruno adopting a black baby. Great, I'll throw up on screen here.
And I stopped over in this country called Africa, right?
Africa is a continent, not a country, baby. Get it right.
Well, it is full of African Americans.
It's full of Africans.
Whoa! While we were watching that, I got our next box out. Now, this may be one of my favourite box sets I actually have. I love the design of this, the way it folds out into the DeLorean, and then it folds out more, and it has all the discs, and then some little like photos in it, and I think it's just very well designed. I love the design on it. It looks good, and it looks nice to have on your shelf, because it's a nice colour scheme. I also love these films. These films, I think, are amazing. I think the second one is my favourite. I think 3 is so underrated. I thought, like, I remember as a kid, whenever it came on TV, people were always like, oh, 3's the bad one. I don't think it's that bad. I really like it. I enjoy it. The actors in this are all amazing. Biff, is his name Biff, the bully? Funny, great, amazing actor. Him in the second one, great again. The scene in the first one where he's rocking out on stage and he goes insane. He's like, maybe you guys aren't ready for that, but your kids will love it. Love that scene. It's one of my favourite scenes of the whole trilogy. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Brilliant. I will be skipping Black Books because I have not actually seen it. I'm aware there's a lot of ones in today's episode that I just haven't seen, but my collection is massive and I just haven't seen some of it. Because I either haven't got round to it or I don't think it would interest me. However, next up is Bridget Jones' Diary. These films are very much a guilty pleasure film. I think they're great. I love Renee Zellweger. Zellweger? Renee Zellweger, yeah. Renee Zellweger.
Renee Zellweger.
Hugh Grant, Colin Firth. I love them 3 together. I think they have such amazing chemistry, and they're just great in everything they do. Although I'm yet to see. I don't think I've seen Bridget Jones' Baby yet. I think I saw it a while back, but I don't really remember anything from it. But Bridget Jones' Diary is great. It's, again, very, very guilty pleasure. I keep on saying it's great. It's not a great film, but it is... it's a sort of guilty pleasure film. Like I'm aware it's bad, and it doesn't even take itself too seriously, which I like. I like that it can take the piss out of itself. But they will never take our freedom! Braveheart. William Wallace. Is it William Wallace? William Wallace. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson is excellent in this. I haven't watched it forever. Like, forever. We watched it in an RE class one. Was it an RE? No. It was a history class. We watched it in a history class one time. It's pretty good though, isn't it? It's pretty darn good. What I'm about to say is very controversial. Skipping over the Blues Brothers because I haven't seen it, and I'm also skipping off something called Bottom 2001 and Arse Odyssey because I haven't seen either of them. Next up, one of my favourite TV shows, Broadchurch Series 1 and 2, featuring Olivia Colman and David Tennant, and basically anyone that's in Doctor Who is probably also in this. Arthur Darvill, Jodie Whittaker, the woman from Line of Duty's in this. One of the new characters in the new series that isn't out yet from Doctor Who's in this. But I love this. It is excellent. It's written by Chris Chibnall. It's an excellent storyline, excellent mystery. It's so great. The acting in it is phenomenal. Jodie Whittaker's character needs a bloody break because she just gets in the shitter so much. But it's excellent. Love Dave Tennant, love Olivia Colman. I think they do a brilliant job. Funny anecdote time about this case though is I bought it from a charity shop, and you won't be able to see from there, but the back of like the blurb and such are all in Dutch. Luckily it's not dubbed over in Dutch, but unless you turn it off, it has like, automatically has Dutch subtitles. So this is a Dutch version of the DVD, obviously. But also something I don't like about this DVD case, which I've just remembered, I don't know if you can see it from there, is that the discs are stacked. And I do not like it when it has stacked discs, because I always either feel like I'm going to break with the one underneath, or I'm going to scratch them, and I don't like that. On to the next one. I'll skip over another one of these later the way, so I'll highlight it now. Batman the movie, and... are they both Batman the movie? Is this the same film? I think these might be the same... This might be the same film. I'm skipping over both of these though. However, my dear friend Tom very much enjoys these, so here's his opinion.
My thoughts about Batman 1966 movie is one of the best movies that has been made back in that decade, in 1966. Adam West, one of the greatest actors to play Batman, but it was all done before the technology has come out. But one of my favourite Batmans, my overall favourite Batmans, is The Dark Knight, Heath Ledger as Joker. But I really do like the 1966 Batman.
The Big Bang Theory season 1 through 5. These seasons are alright. These seasons are before the show became really unfunny. They're very, very much sort of have on in the background if need be sort of TV. Don't watch it seriously, because I feel like, yeah, after these 5 series it goes downhill so fast. I think these are technically my stepdad's. I think I might have stolen them from him. But wouldn't recommend The Big Bang Theory, but series 1 to 5, if you're going to watch it, it's okay. Next up we have the BFG. The BFG. I was kidding, I know it's BFG, please don't clap me in the comments. The BFG. I think this film's class. It's so lovely, and the scene with the Queen and the... is it called Schnozzle Pop? It's called something like that. The pop where the bubbles go down and makes them all fart. Fart humor's funny, fuck you. I'm laughing at a fart, I don't care. I think it's great. The Queen, that's very funny. The BFG is very funny. The woman that plays the Queen in this is Harriet Jones, former Prime Minister.
Harriet Jones, former Prime Minister.
Yes, I
know who you are.
It's the Bouse Baby. The Bouse Baby. Calling the Boss Baby at 3 AM Gone Wrong challenge. By Derv. Best video on the internet. If you remember that, you deserve a shout out. It's just not a good film, is it? I'm sorry, I love the memes, but it's not a good film. It's really, really bad. The case is pretty cool though, look how blue it is. I don't know if that was shown on camera, it's very blue though. Very, very blue. But no, it's not a good film. Whoa, what Osh doesn't like. That's bad. Oh, our next is a good one as well. First 4 series of Breaking Bad. I'm slowly collecting these. I love Breaking Bad. I think Breaking Bad is an excellent show. I love everything about Breaking Bad. I think even just the making of Breaking Bad is genius. The way it was made, the thought that went into it is amazing. I think it is an example of how to do a TV show to the best of one's ability. The semiotics of the whole thing are amazing. The colour palette that you can Google, I'll see if I can find it and put it up here, but the colour palette you can find online and that suits with each of the characters and what it represents is amazing. I think it's beautiful. I think the cell coding and all of the series is just fan-bloody-tastic, and the acting is beautiful. The acting is genuinely amazing. There's Bryan Cranston that plays Topanga. Bryan Cranston, who plays Jesse. Aaron Paul, is it? I think it's Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, I think. Also, look how cool that cover is. I got a charity shop. Charity shop for 50p, that was. I'm going to be skipping over Billy Elliot, because, sorry, I've just never seen it. We've got 3 of the Bourne films. They're bad. I've seen all of them at some point in time, but I think out of order, because I'll see them when they come up on like Channel 4 or ITV or something. They're not that good. I love you, Matt Damon. I love you, but they're not that good. These aren't it. Don't try to be the James Bond that you're not. Try to be you, Matt Damon. I don't want no James Bond lookalike, you know. I'm going to be skipping over the big year because I have not seen it. Ooh, next one's a good one. Bridge to Terabithia. I don't remember if you remember that I talked about one time how some films, they sort of reminded me when I was ill. Because when I was ill as a kid, I used to like have them my go-to film. Bridge to Terabithia was like, it was tied with the School of Rock for me, with go-to, like, oh I'm sick, let's put on a film. Bridge to Terabithia is so sad, it still makes me like tear up. I rewatched it the other day. It makes me tear up. I also only figured out the other day that the teacher in it is Zoe Deschanel, which was, that was a weird realisation. I think it's beautiful. I think make your kids watch this. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Make your kids watch. If your kids grow up on this, they'll grow up like me, and you really want that, don't you? Next up, a slightly sadder pick. The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas. Now, I don't know how popular this opinion is. I don't like this film. I think the last 30 minutes are very good. The first, like, 20 are okay. Everything in between I don't really enjoy. I get that, like, it's whoa, it's like a film that shows a film that shows sort of the awful things that went on during that time, but like, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't think it's very memorable either. Like, how many times did I have to watch this in a history class and still don't remember most of it? Asa Butterfield though. Asa Butterfield, who was in the new series Sex Education, which is very, very good. I finished it the other day. I might be making a video on that, I don't know yet, but I'm still letting my thoughts stew. We've got Bruce Almighty. Good old Bruce Almighty. I feel like Bruce Almighty was always on when you went to a dentist. I don't know if anyone else experienced that. But I feel like it's a very dentist film. As a kid who grew up Christian, I never properly got to watch these. So then obviously I did. I thought this one was good. Evan Almighty's a bit shit in it. This one's pretty good. Does this one have Morgan Freeman in it? Oh, it does. Morgan Freeman's in this one. Yeah. I don't think he's good anymore, is he? I think he got in a wee bit of trouble. But yes, I think this movie's cracking. I think it's well funny. Jennifer Aniston's in it, no complaints. We've got Bad Neighbours. More like bad film, am I right? Up top. Nothing against the cast or anything, I think the cast is pretty good. I just don't, it's not it, is it? I can imagine like a bunch of like American boys sitting around watching this being like, this is so funny dude, But nah, Bad Neighbours ain't it. Love you Zac Efron, love High School Musical, but this ain't it. I'm gonna have to give this one a thumbs down actually. Oh, coming up next, one of my favourite horror films. The Blair Witch Project. I love The Blair Witch. I think it's amazing. I think the way they did it was like revolutionary. Well, no, I don't think I know it was revolutionary. The whole fan footage thing, sometimes it can come off as cliched, but it doesn't in this because it was like one of the first to do it, and it does it so well. I think all the theories that sprouted from this were excellent. Like there's one about, one of my favourite ones is, what if it's the boys playing like a horrible cruel trick and they're like psycho murderers or whatever. Love that theory, brilliant theory. So yeah, love this movie so much. Good Halloween watch. If you're struggling to find something to watch this Halloween, watch The Blair Witch. That sounded like a horse, not what I was intending it to. Borat. Another Sacha Baron Cohen thing, beginning with a B. Love Borat. If you don't like Borat, you're a dickhead, bro. No, love Borat. I think Borat is fucking hilarious. Fucking, I'm not sure if it's in the first, second one. It's the Sir, I've got to tell you something. Your wife is dead. My wife? I have five. Love Borat. I think Borat is fucking amazing. And when he sings the Kazakhstan theme tune in the bull ring, and put the clip up on screen so you can have a good laugh.
Kazakhstan is the greatest country in the world. All other countries are run by little girls.
Love Borat though. I think Sacha Baron Cohen does such a good, because I think a lot of his films, something that is like misinterpreted in his films is he uses them as a way to show the problems that he sees. So with Borat, it is there's a big problem with stuff like in the second one, he highlights the pedophilia of the government and the guns. In this one, and I'm sure there's some like there's obvious stuff about like, you know, racism and immigration and stuff like that he highlights very well, while also just being an insanely good, piss-takey, funny thing. We're approaching the end now. We've got 2 remainders left. But stick around after we finish the DVDs, because there's a little secret at the end of this one. I don't know if I picked these both up, but I did. So I picked them both up and I can't put one back down, so I'm just going to do Bad Mums. Bad Mums, it's also not good. Great cast again though, not good. Got Mila Kunis, Kristen Bell, Catherine Hahn. Catherine Hahn, for those of you that recognise the name, recently in WandaVision. Excellent job in WandaVision. Kristen Bell is also in one of her TV shows, A Good Place. The Good Place. Love that. Great TV show. Not a good movie. Thumbs down. Whoa. Next up is The Boat That Rocked. I literally watched this last night. I said this for the last one, but I'll say it again. A brilliant cast. Like Nick Frost, Bill Nye, Philip Seymour Hoffman. And then there's like, okay, people that pop up and you're like, oh, they were in usually Doctor Who if they're a British actress or actor. I think it's hilarious. It's just one of those very sort of heartwarming, feel-good movies that you can sit down and watch and be like, yeah, fight yeah! Rock and roll never dies, yeah! I think it's great. The soundtrack is obviously, like, it's about a pirate radio station. The soundtrack is obviously going to be good, and it's another Richard Curtis movie. And as we said last week, I love Richard Curtis! Big old thumbs up. Big up. Bill Nye in this is fucking swag as shit. Like, you think you're swag? You should see Bill Nye in this. Swag as a motherfucker. That motherfucker's so swag. That motherfucker flipped on his head and it still said swag. It didn't say guas, it said swag. Swagalicious. So that marks the end of today's journey of this glorious plane of 720p. However, stick around because I've got something to show you. What my partner forgot to show you last week. So I guess it's my job to show you it now. Anyway, better get over there. He's giving me this little device. So first we, twist a Rooney, twist a Rooney, twist a Rooney. And then we just... hello! Yeah, it appears I've gotten younger. Anyway kids, what I have to show you next are called Blu-rays. I've been told they're from the future. Better quality and, better features and such. Yeah. So I'm told I've got to do A and B today, series, the moron part that didn't make up for last week, so let's get into them. So where shall we begin? I guess we'll get on the top of the pile. We'll do these all in one because they are the Batman movies, the Christopher Nolan. Yeah, the Batman movies. Love them. I think they're excellent. If I had to rank them, I think I would do this order. So hopefully Dark. The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises, and then Batman Begins. That would be the order going from best to worst. Sounds like bad. It's bad though, is it? I love these. I think they're excellent. Rest in peace, Heath Ledger. My guy. I love Heath Ledger. Big up Heath Ledger. I think he's excellent. I think he is my favourite. He's the best Joker. He's the best Joker there has ever been. Yeah. Christian Bale is sick as Batman. I think he does an excellent job. I just love everything in it. Anne Hathaway's Catwoman, sick. Next up, Series 1 of Broadchurch. We've just spoken about it over there, so you know my thoughts. Brave, Merida, if you had the chance to change your fate, would you? This is Brave. I love Brave. Brave is the art, like. I'll try to put them up on screen, but I forget the word for it. The art they do for the action animator is amazing for Brave. Like the way they did her hair was, I don't know, it's sick, and it's a good story as well. It's a really good animated film. A bit, you know, too old for it now, whatever. But banger of a film. You Mr. Bean movie. Rowan Atkinson's hilarious. This is a predetermined fact. The Mr. Bean movie. Love it. Love Mr. Bean. Like I just said, Rowan Atkinson's hilarious. Rowan Atkinson, he just throws himself into any role he ever gets and it works. Okay, here's one I haven't watched, Being Human. I like the main actor, Russell Tovey. He's in a lot of stuff I do like Years and Years, and Doctor Who. Oh. Love him. He works with Russell T Davies a lot. Baywatch. Bad movie. Bad. I got this because it's the extended cut and Logan Balls, and I think that's just funny. I just think that's funny. Like Alexander Daddario and all that, you know. I mean, I wouldn't say no. Anchorman 2, as we discussed last week, haven't seen either of these yet, but I do love this guy. So look, there's Paul Rudd. Hey Paul Rudd, if you're watching this, hit me up. I don't actually want to marry you. That wasn't an offer. But we'll go eat some ice cream or something, don't we? At Paul Rudd. Can we eat some ice cream together, please? Oh, American Sniper. Sad boy film. Big old sad film. It's pretty good. Bradley Cooper's amazing. Love Bradley Cooper. It's like, okay. It's another one of those war films where you're like, it's good, but while you watch it, you're sitting there going, this is sort of promoting the American army and making them seem like the good guys constantly, which is irks me a bit, but I like this. I like Bradley Cooper. Bourne Ultimatum, which is only 2 of them. Oh no, it's 4 of them, but in 2 cases. Like, that's some of my opinions over there. They're a bit trash, aren't they? Let's be honest. You just sort of put them on if they're on. And last but not least, I got this the most recently at one Blu-rays, I think. The Avengers box set, which has it's a weird case. I don't really like the case for it. It has Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, First Avenger, Avengers Assemble. It's alright, yeah. It's quite a good box set. It's a weird selection of movies. I'm sort of hoping they released an updated one because, like, I mean, Black Widow movie obviously wasn't out then. I like them to do a big one with all of the Avengers movies, like Iron Man 1, 2 and 3 and Captain America 1, 2 and is there 3? I don't remember. I've lost count. But I'd like them to do an updated one of this. But it's a pretty cool box set to be fair, and the art, the design of it's pretty cool. Like, the front cover is shiny and then this can slip off and it just be like clean or whatever. But yes, I believe that is truly it now for my friend Osh. If you liked this, please like and subscribe. If you said all the way to the end, leave a comment. We'll go, I said to the end, wow, those Blu-rays were pretty fucking sexy. And I'm like, yeah, me too. Do thumbs up, like, subscribe, but please love me.